Hello and welcome to the fourth round of the Ultimate Cup, the first race in the Formula Cup this weekend, and we've come to the stunning Tuscan hills of Italy. Mugello is our home for the next few days, and what a beautiful scenery and track that is here. My name is Claire Cotty and thank you so much for joining us. We're located here in this historic region and valley in northern Tuscany. We're just north of the city of Florence as well, a track that MotoGP fans will know very well. And now the Ultimate Cup returns. Of course, it returns for the first time since 2019. And on pole position for the fourth time in a row is Juan Francisco Soldevini, who managed to bring out the red flag during qualifying, but managed to set the fastest time to put it on pole position and get his championship up and running here in the Formula Cup. He's fourth at the moment. Overall, he did miss out on the first round, though, in the 13 inches. And it will be Lopez Nano alongside him, making his debut for the championship. So I think Chris will be down on the grid very shortly, and we can pop down and see what he's up to. Let's head down and hear from him.
With Francesco Soldevini, who has just claimed his fourth consecutive feeling about this race.
I'm very good.
Issue there with the microphone. Unfortunately, we won't be able to hear.
Good man, I'd love to chat more, but we got to go. Claire, let's go back to you.
Unfortunately, Chris isn't able to bring us Juan Francisco Soldevini there, obviously being chucked off the grid and getting ready for this race. So we're getting ready to go racing here in Mugello. It is Juan Francisco Soldevini on pole position. Alongside him is Lopez Nano. A new person in this grid, as well as Alexander Abkazava, who's starting on in third place. And Enzo Riche, the championship leader, is starting in fourth. Laurent Woutisch is in fifth, another newbie to the championship. And Orban Robert Prince in sixth. So we will head off on a formation lap here. We look like we've got a bit of a staller there in car 29, which is Lopez Nano. He is new to single-seaters. He's only been doing karting, but this doesn't matter too much because it's just the formation lap and the warm-up of the tyres. It is quite warm out there today. We're not expecting the temperatures to be this warm for the rest of the weekend. Tomorrow's a bit up in the air, and then Sunday looks wet. And when I say wet, it is incredibly wet from the forecast. So hopefully we will be able to keep racing throughout the day. So this is how the grid looks. It's Juan Francisco Soldevini on pole position, Lopez Nano alongside him. And then in third place, it is Alexander Abkazava and Enzo Riche, the championship leader, in fourth. Woutisch in fifth, and then alongside him, Orban Robin Prince in sixth. And then it's Frederick Boileau, Arthur Agata, and then Christini, who is new as well, Boucher, Maricot, and just at the back as well, Jerome, who is also new to the grid too. So we will get racing underway very shortly. And we will see who will come out on top for race one in Mugello. So as they make their way around, it's just the regional F3 cars, so the 13 inches out there. And in second place at the moment, actually, on the grid is Lopez Nano, who's in a Formula Renault 2.0. So impressive work from Lopez Nano to manage to get that one qualified in second place ahead of this race. They're a bit out of order at the moment just because Lopez Nano managed to stall on the grid, but got it back going. So he will slot into his position, though. There should be no issue. Second on the grid as the cars make their way up to the starting positions. Keep an eye out for car number 6. That is Juan Francisco Soldevini, 4th in the championship at the moment, but looking to pick up extra points today from Enzo Richer and Frederic Boileau, who are behind them, and they are 1st and 3rd in the championship. Marius Mezard is not here this weekend, so not able to pick up any points, and he was leading the championship in Hockenheim, but now it is Enzo Richer who has been on the podium on every single race that he's competed in Formula Cup. But it is Juan Francisco Soldevini, 4th pole position in a row. Can he make it? 3 wins out of 4. Let's have a look as they all line up and get ready to see the green flag at the back. And we will go racing in Mugello for the first time since 2019 in the Ultimate Cup. So, eyes on the prize, eyes on the lights. Juan Francisco Soldevini knows how to start, and he starts incredibly well. Let's see, green flag at the back. The lights are going now as the engines start to roar, and we will get underway. And it is a very good start from Juan. Oh, big crash at the back. There was a staller, and it's Robert Prince. And someone has gone straight into the back of him. It was a good start from Juan Francisco Soldevini, but it was a bad start from Lopez Nano. But we've got a huge crash at the back from a staller, which looks like Orban Robert Prince, who is now stuck there. Obviously, red flag comes out immediately for that one, for this issue on the start-finish straight. I can't quite see who it is that's had that crash off the line, but it looks like Orban Robert Prince was involved in that. It is, like I said, Orban Robert Prince 83 and car number 9, which is David Christini, unfortunately, who's gone into the back of Orban Robert Prince. So safety car is out. Thought the red flag was going to be out briefly then, but actually it's just the safety car. As you see, just the replay there of David Christie. So good to see Orban Robert Prince out of the car. Obviously, didn't quite see what happened there at the start, but it looked like it was a stall off the line. Scary there, but hopefully David Christini is okay. The Swiss racer making his debut as well. He called up the team yesterday and said he wanted to race for them, and unfortunately for car number 9, wouldn't be taking part any longer in this. It looks like he's out of the car though, but as you can see, there is bodywork showing. There was bodywork on the ground, and you could see inside the car. So quite a big, hefty hit there, unfortunately, for David Christini. After, I'm assuming there was a stall there at the front. So let's just have a look at where we're at then, because it was Juan Francisco Soldevini as the safety car. Obviously is going to bring the car through the pit lane to clear what happened on the start-finish straight, and that's the stricken car, I'm afraid, of Orban Robert Prince, number 83, who has had a tough time out there, obviously, today. And there you see car number 9 of David Christie with the front tyre just hanging off. Shows the impact he had with Orban Robert Prince, the back of his car. So these cars will be removed, and we will get back underway very shortly. Thankfully, everyone looking like they're okay, and both drivers out of the car. So cars still heading through the pit lane to get ready to go and do just another lap while we clear the rest of these cars. Can't obviously go through here with trucks on the track. So where were we? So it was Juan Francisco Soldevini who was leading the way, and it was a bad start from car number 29. Here's the start again then. So you see Soldevini has a brilliant start. Car number 29 on the right there. Oh, and that's exactly what happened there. It just went into the back of him, really. It's a very unfortunate crash there for David Christini, but cars all being removed now, and we should get racing again. So is Juan Francisco Soldevini leading the way in the 13 inches? He is the rookie that's out there looking to get another win, and he's looking to get his 4th win out of 5. Can he do it here? That is the question. And have I done that maths right in my head? I think so. Second, though, is Alex Alcazaba, which is very impressive from him, considering it's his debut in the championship. Just double checking that I've got my Juan Francisco Soldevini. Yes, it would be his. He got 3 wins in a row, then retired. So won the final race in Portimao and then won the first 2 in Hockenheim, then retired despite getting pole position. And now he's looking for another win in the Ultimate Formula Cup. So safety car still out there after that big hit for David Cristini. Enzo Riche, the championship leader, is in 3rd at the moment, and it was Lopez Nano who had the bad start, who started alongside Juan Francisco Soldevini and was really late off the line. He did stall when he was getting ready for the formation lap, so starts might be just something he's not as good at. He is quite new to racing, and we're pretty sure it might be his first single-seater race, but we will find out from him if that's exactly right. But he has come up from karting. And then 5th place is Frederick Boileau, who is 2nd in the 13-inch at the moment. Safety car will be in this lap then, and we will go racing again. And it's Juan Francisco Soldevini taking on the newbie Alexander Abkazava from Kazakhstan. And 3rd place, Enzo Riche. Look out for car number 66 on the restart. These two at the front shouldn't battle too much, you would think, because they are teammates within the Formula Cup. So Artline Virage is who they're racing for. So safety car will be in this lap then. And it will be Juan Francisco Soldevini getting us back underway. He did miss out on the first round, but he's back now. He's come up against Kimi Antonelli, but here he's up against his competitors in the Ultimate Formula Cup, and he will be looking to back them up before he really pulls away. Let's hear when he does it as they come round the final corner, and it is green flag racing now as they head down into the start-finish straight, and he's pulling away quite quickly as Juan Francisco Soldevini from his teammate Abkazava. Green flag going, but it's Enzo Riche who's on the back of Abkazava. Can he make it past him here to keep his championship alive as he's looking to go around the outside into turn 1? Can't make it happen there, unfortunately. Can he get it back? No, he has to slot into 3rd place and wait. The left-hander there of turn 2 into Poggio Secco and down past the gravel that's been kicked up by the legends earlier today into 4 and 5. And then move there from Frederick Boileau, looking to get round Lopez Nano. Or rather, Laurent Vutic, rather, looking to get round Frederick Boileau. Unfortunately, not able to do it there either. So, still at the front is Juan Francisco Soldevini, and Alexander Abkazava is keeping hold of that 2nd place on his debut, and it's Enzo Riche still in 3rd place at the moment. Lopez Nano, who started 2nd on the grid, is still settling for 4th as it stands at the moment, but I don't think Enzo Riche is looking to not fight for this place. Obviously, they've got 2 more races to go throughout the weekend, so they have to be quite clever and look after the car at this point. You don't want to damage the car and can't take part in the next 2 races, so you have to be quite careful. And it seems here that Frederick Boileau is holding up quite a few cars into turn 1. So Lopez Nano seeming on his own there. Juan Francisco Soldevini setting a fastest first and second sector, as Frederick Boileau still being hunted down by Lauren Vricic, but not quite close enough here to make it happen. I see there just Artur Agata, I think it was, getting a little bit out of shape, heading into the start-finish straight, into that exit of the final corner. Enzo Richer still fighting hard there to close the gap between him and Alexander Agkazava. There, though, is Artur Agata. Managed to get past Alain Boucher. But the battle here continues for Frederick Boileau, who is, like I said, second in the championship in the 13 inches. Leading the way at the moment for the Formula Renault 2.0 is Lopez Nano on his debut. Car number 33 there, who is Thierry Mahon, who sat out last time as well and is back this weekend. Oh no, he was in Hockenheim. My apologies. He just retired and did not start, and then had a second place. So I did not see much of him in Hockenheim. So Frederick Boileau still not letting anyone past him here, and it does look like Laurent Vutic really seeing if he can make it happen there into turn one. He's getting closer, it has to be said. He's slowly closing in on the man in second in the 13-inch tyre championship, but at the front it's still Juan Francisco Soldevini, and Enzo Richer not able to get past his teammate at the moment of Alexander Abkazava. Car number 12 there in the 13 inches, like I said, making his debut this weekend is Abkazava, 17 years old. He's been racing in Formula Regional Middle East. So he's been racing in Yas Marina, he's been racing in Dubai. He got his first win in June in the Euro Cup 3 as well in Portimao. He was racing in F4 from 2020 and 2017 to 2022. He's been involved in karting. He's 7th at the moment in the standings for the Euro Cup 3, 1 win and a second place as well. So quite a talent to be watching out for in the Ultimate Formula Cup. A little bit of a twitch there. Unfortunate, able to hold on to it though, but it has allowed Enzo Richer just to close in a little bit there. Can Enzo Richer put enough pressure on the newbie, Abkazava, to take second place? So all the points are very important at the moment for Enzo Richer in this 13-inch class, because Juan Francisco Soldevini might be sitting 4th in the championship, but he very much is going to pick up quite a few points here if he picks up the win. So the two head over the start-finish straight again. 7 minutes left on the clock. There isn't a +1 here, so once the clock ticks down, that will be the final lap. So even if it's at 5 seconds, that'll be it. That'll be the final lap. And can Enzo manage to do it here? Here's the battle for second then. Abkazava versus Richer, number 66 versus 12. Enzo Richer, who has, like I said, done incredibly well so far in this championship, and Abkazava gets a little bit wide there, but doesn't make too many mistakes, though it does seem like Enzo Richer has managed to close that gap even more. And the timing screens show exactly that. He is starting to close up. Few little mistakes coming from Abkazava out there. And unfortunately, if you leave any mistakes, someone else will take them up. However, have we lost Enzo Richer? Oh, we have! Enzo Richer is in the gravel. I just said to him, if you leave a moment open, Enzo Richer will take it. But unfortunately, it was Enzo Richer who was pushed too hard out there now and is stuck in the gravel. The championship leader is stuck in the gravel. I think it's at turn 5. It's in the first sector. And he is unfortunately absolutely beached in the gravel. Disaster out there for Enzo Richer, leading the way in the championship. I was just saying, Juan Francisco Soldevini is closing in just a little bit on his championship points, and now Enzo Richer seems to have thrown it away and put it in the gravel. Unfortunate there for Enzo Richer, but good to see maybe what happened there. We were following the battle between Alexander Abkazava and Enzo Richer. Enzo Richer starting 4th on the grid. As you can see, the safety car is out to remove Enzo Richer from the gravel. It is turn 5 that Enzo Richer is at, so they're going to have to remove him from the gravel before we can continue racing with 5 minutes left on the clock. Juan Francisco Soldevini leading the way from his teammate Alexander Abkazava. Lopez Nano now in second in the Formula Renault 2.0. But what happened to Enzo Richer? In the gravel at turn 5, pushing hard against Alexander Abkazava and lost it, seemingly. I can't see when I looked at a moment where Abkazava's, the rear of his car, there doesn't look any damage, so it must have been that he lost it on his own, and he wasn't close enough either to have had damage. So did Enzo Richer lose it on his own? So safety car remains then, because Enzo Richer, the championship leader, remains in the gravel. As soon as he is out and the car is removed and in a safe place, we hopefully we'll be able to go back racing with 4 minutes left on the clock. Obviously, they're all put down to the same speed behind the safety car, or the safety car speed. There is Enzo Richer, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to move that in 4 minutes, but I have seen marshals do incredible things in not much time. So, Enzo Richer then. Disaster for him in race 1, but he does have 2 more races to get back on track. And hopefully, for him and his championship hopes, be able to take some wins. Didn't start on pole position, started on 4th on the grid. It was Juan Francisco Soldevini who started on pole. Just to look at the points at the moment, Enzo Richer came into this event on 148 points. Marius Mezard, who's not taking part in this round, and he didn't take part in Germany either, in Hockenheim, is on 140. Frederic Boileau is on 139, and Juan Francisco Soldevini is on 111. So that's going to move him pretty close, if I could do the maths that quickly. He is closing in on that time, that amount rather. So it is 28 points for a win, which would take him to 139 points. And Enzo Richer is on 148 and scoring no points here. So that would leave the championship in quite a precarious situation with just 9 points between them heading into the 2 races tomorrow. So Enzo Richer will be devastated, I'm sure, at losing the win here, or losing out on any points actually, because he needed to just keep some points to keep the lead of the championship. So car still in the gravel, though we did see it being moved. Safety car still out at the moment. Haven't seen the safety car is going to be coming in. But Juan Francisco Soldevini looks like he's starting to back them all up a little bit. And he's pulling away. So green flag is back out. And the safety car was in that lap. It just came through to us a little bit later. So we are racing again with 1 minute 30 left on the clock. And it's Juan Francisco Soldevini leading the way from his teammate Alexander Abcazava. Third is Lopez Nano, who had a terrible start off the line, but managed to cling on here, maybe to pick up a podium. But he's under pressure from Frederic Boileau in the 13-inch behind him, car number 4. But Soldevini, all he needs to do is get around this lap cleanly and pretty much win that race. But he's being chased down, of course, by his teammate, Alexander Abcazava. And very quickly things can change here, as Enzo Richer has just found out, as he put it in the gravel as he was fighting for third place. What can happen in the final 55 seconds of this race? It's been a thriller so far. And do make sure you join us again for tomorrow. 2 more races around this beautiful Mugello track, and we've got a stellar amount of cars involved in this one as well. 15 cars out there getting involved in the battles. Here's car number 2, which is Walter Reichardt, who's under pressure from Thierry Malholm, and behind that Geronimo Gomez. But all eyes on Juan Francisco Soldevini. 20 seconds on the clock. Looks like this will be the final lap of the race as he swings round. It is indeed the final lap. So Juan Francisco Soldevini, hold on to this. I'm pretty sure he can, because his teammate Alexander Abcazava is too far back. So looks like it's going to be another win for Juan Francisco Soldevini. That'll be 4 out of 5. So here he comes. The Argentinian crosses the line. Once again, he's a winner. This time it's in Mugello. Juan Francisco Soldevini wins the first race of the Formula Cup here in Mugello, and with it closes the gap to just 9 points to Enzo Richer. Alexander Abcazava can be incredibly pleased with his performance, his first time in the Formula Cup in the 13 inches, and he manages to take home 2nd place overall. And it's Lopez Nano in the Formula Renault 2.0, who takes 3rd overall and, of course, gets a win in class as well. So brilliant performances from the newbies in the Formula Cup. I'm so happy to have them here, and it's been great to see them battle it out. So Juan Francisco Soldevini, there you see, he is our winner. And just behind him is his teammate Alexander Abcazava. And Lopez Nano 3rd, Boileau 4th, and then Vutic in 5th. Agata is in 6th, Boucher in 7th, and Thierry Malholm in 8th. Walter Reichardt in 9th, Geronimo in 10th, Ahmad in 11th, Derek, and then Enzo Richer, the championship leader, does not take home any points from that race. He managed to put it in the gravel, unfortunately, bring the safety car out, and brings home no points for the first round of the Formula Cup. Disappointing for Enzo Richer. He's had a brilliant run so far, and like I was saying at the beginning of this race, he's been on the podium every single race that we've asked from him in the Formula Cup, but not this time. This time, the moment belongs to this man, Juan Francisco Soldevini, and the gap is definitely closing in now for Juan Francisco Soldevini. You have to remember, he didn't take part in the first round in Paul Ricard, and actually it worked to his favour, because Enzo Richer also didn't take part in the same class. He was in the 17 inches, not the 13 inches. So Juan Francisco Soldevini climbs out the car. Big cheers from the Argentinian. He is pleased with that one, and he has to be, because, again, another win for Juan Francisco Soldevini. He is closing in on that championship win. Brilliant work. Unfortunately retired in Hockenheim, but he's made up for it now, hasn't he? He won in Portimao in the final race. He won in the first 2 races in Hockenheim. And here he is, once again, the man on form, Juan Francisco Soldevini. Congratulations from the Team Virage team. The crew all around him, giving him a good well done. Nice to see. they've got lots of work to do, Team Virage. They've got lots of people in different championships. Just behind there, you can also see Alexander Abkazava, who is very welcome in this championship. It's been great to watch out there. Qualified well and now has taken second overall. So hopefully we should head down to Chris Stevens soon. He will be chatting, I'm sure, to Juan Francisco Soldavini. And hopefully we can hear from some of the others as well. So let's head down then, shall we? Let's hear from Chris Stevens. He is standing by, waiting to speak to some of the winners. I can see you, Chris. I'm watching you everywhere. Let's hear from him, shall we? Let's head down and hear from Chris Stevens.
Yes, there's an awful lot of noise in the pit lane here as the GT sprint cars get ready to go out for their race in just a moment. But let's grab a word with Juan Francisco. I mean, wow, utterly dominant race. Massive points for the championship with Enzo out of the race as well. And Virage won too. Sounds like a perfect day.
Yeah, it really was. I think I couldn't have asked it for a better race. Yeah, I mean, I was extremely hot. The tires were very warm. I was drifting everywhere, but in the end, well, I brought it home. And yeah, I'm very happy with the result, especially for the team. And yeah, let's do this thing tomorrow, I hope.
2 more races to come. Can you do the same again?
Yeah, probably. I think so. If we continue performing like this, definitely. So yeah.
All right, I love the confidence. It's our first time here in Mugello for 5 years. How have you found the circuit?
I mean, it's a very good track. Very difficult, a lot of high-speed corners. Tricky, you know, but I like it. It's very good.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. Mammoth day for you in the championship. All the best for the rest of the weekend.
Thank you very much.
All right. Wow, cracking start to the Ultimate Formula Cup this weekend. You don't want to miss the rest of it.
Chris Stevens, thank you so much. Chatting to Juan Francisco Soldavini. We tried to speak to him on the grid, so it's lovely to speak to him now. So let's have a look at the highlights because we saw some cracking racing in there. So let's head over and see what highlights we saw from that race.
Être un bon traiteur, c'est être intransigeant sur la qualité. On ne fait du bon qu'avec le meilleur. C'est être impitoyable sur les recettes. Quand c'est bon, il n'y a rien à ajouter, rien à enlever. C'est être irréprochable sur le goût. Il faut prendre du plaisir pour en donner. Voilà, pour être un bon traiteur, il faut être intraitable.
Parfaitement intraitable.